opinions. Who's having a mental breakdown? We'll just wait.
So yeah, today's topics are angels and demons.
History lesson.
Could be. So
I thought that said E.T. at the beginning.
it does say E.T.
Yeah, but I mean just E.T. on its own. I was like, E.T. as an angel? Wow. I won't interrupt anymore, I'm ready.
Yeah, he's the moon god.
It's the finger god.
Oh. That is not home.
It all looks so dark, it's the same.
So angels and demons are the subject matter. And it starts off with etymology.
That's a big word for this podcast.
The word angel.
Okay.
So the etymology is the study.
I couldn't even say that.
The word angel arrives from modern English, from Old English angel, spelled with an E.
Sounds posher that way. Go on.
And the Old French Anglo, both of these derive from the Latin angelus.
Okay.
Angelus. Which means messenger, which in turn is from the late Greek angelos.
You're poshing. You're waiting for me to give some input, but I'm not. I'm waiting. Go on.
So angels are supernatural beings. In various religious and theological studies of angels is known as angelology.
Do you reckon there's people that actually study this subject?
There is.
Like you have, maybe 6 pieces of paper.
So, in most Abrahamic religions,
These are big words for this podcast, my friend.
often depict angels as benevolent, celestial intermediaries between God and humanity.
I'm benevolent. Go on. Go on. I love this.
Benevolent tune.
You need to get your words out. Spit. Every time you say, you've got a wet patch. Every time you get a word wrong, you've got to spit in the bucket. Yeah, got a bucket. Right, hang on. Chewing tobacco. Go on, I'm running this shit.
So most Abrahamic religions often depict angels as benevolent and celestial intermediaries between God and humanity. Other names may be protectors or even guides for humans and servants of God.
This is turning very Christian very quickly.
Abrahamic religions also describe the hierarchies which vary between the different sects of different religion.
Okay.
Some angels have specific names such as Gabriel or Michael, or titles such as Archangel or Sepharith, I think is how it's pronounced.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Those that are expelled from heaven usually are called fallen angels in those religions.
So when they're in heaven, they lose their wings?
They fall from grace.
So they crash land?
Pretty much.
Nice.
It's depicted that some fallen angels have black wings.
Because they've
fallen from grace, they've lost the light, basically.
Spiritualism.
So, obviously, mentioning a few of the names, obviously Gabriel.
Yeah.
So, in the Hebrew Bible, Gabriel appears to the prophet David to basically give him visions.
If I was wanting visions, I wouldn't ask for that. I wouldn't want to see visions.
So it's basically visions of what's to come.
Yeah, foresight. I wouldn't want that. I ain't no angel.
The angel also appears in the Book of Enoch and the other ancient Jewish writings alongside Archangel Michael. Michael is described as the guardian angel of Israel, defending its people against the angels of other nations.
So there's like a battle that we don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like my knock? It's good, like, you must put character as well. You always did.
So close. So the Gospel of Luke relates to stories of inoculations in. I must have been tired of it. Which angel?
And
basically,
you mocked me. You mocked me. Go ahead.
Relates to stories of annunciation in which Angel Gabriel appears to Zechariah and the Virgin Mary, foretelling the birth of John the Baptist and Jesus. Many Christian traditions revere Gabriel as a saint.
Bollocks.
Islam regards Angel Gabriel as an archangel sent from God to various prophets, including Muhammad, and the first 5 verses of the Al-Alaq, the 96th chapter of the Quran.
I was about to ask, what the fuck is that? I thought you had a speech impediment. I thought you were like,
So it's the 96th chapter of the Quran.
Oh, so you've got to read quite a fair bit then to get to win.
It's believed by Muslims to have been the first verses, basically, of the original scrolls.
Okay.
By Gabriel to Muhammad.
I'm with you.
So that's a bit about Gabriel. So a bit about Michael.
Is there only 2 main subjects here? Gabriel and Michael that we're discussing?
Technically, there may be a third, but that pulls me into the second half of.
Okay. I'm into the second. Stay tuned for the second.
So, obviously, a bit about Michael. So, Saint Michael is viewed as the commander of the army of God. He has been invoked and honoured as the protector of the church. Scriptures depict.
Go on.
So, honoured as the protector of the church.
Okay.
Scriptures depict him as one of the chief princes of heaven and an enemy of Satan.
It sounds like he's got too much power. I wonder what his special ability is. Has he got foresight like Gabriel?
So, to Roman Catholics,
Jesus.
Saint Michael has 4 distinct roles.
Right.
First, he is the enemy of Satan. And
What about if he didn't want to be the enemy of Satan?
he doesn't have much choice at this.
That's what I
Come
thought.
on, the Bible's already written.
Yeah. Wow, looking at.
So first, he is the enemy of Satan and that of the fallen angels.
Okay.
He is to defeat Satan and eject him from paradise.
So, let me guess. God can't do this, or Jesus can't do this himself?
Nope.
He's got to get other people to do his work.
Yep.
Just
He
like
is
every
the
other fucking
leader
army
of
in
his
the country.
army.
Yeah, exactly. He sits there and does fuck all.
Yeah.
Right.
And he will defeat Satan, and he will eject him from paradise, and he will achieve victory of the final hour against.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
He will eject Satan from paradise.
Yes.
You're now making me think hell is a really good place to be. He wants to eject him from paradise. Hell was paradise, I'm gone. I'm in. I reckon I'm going there.
I reckon you're already there, mate.
Just begin with the devil. Maybe I should make a pact.
Too late.
True. I'll be his defender.
So, secondly,
Yeah.
he is the Christian angel of death.
Fucking hell, he's got such a good role.
He's basically the Grim Reaper.
of the light.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Gabriel got fuck all. Oh, we'll give you some insight, thanks. Does Michael win? Don't know. Can't see that far ahead.
That's at the end of days, mate. I can't reveal that.
Yeah, I can only go 2 weeks in advance.
So, at the hour of death, Saint Michael descends and gives each person the chance to redeem oneself before passing.
So I've got to meet this cunt.
Maybe. So he comes before the Grim Reaper takes you to hell. You know, you get in that lovely little black taxi, drives you all the way to crap.
Where we go?
Paradise, mate.
I mean,
Be there in a jiffy.
but Michael wants a word with you first. Oh no, I know what's happening. My life's gone to shit. This ain't going down too well for me, I'll tell you. I ain't got a lot to look forward to.
So thirdly, he is responsible of weighing people on their merits on Judgment Day. So even if we do survive until Judgment Day, we're still all fucked anyway. And there better be space in hell. I ain't fucking sharing a room with you, mate. Look.
Why not? We can sit here and do Hell's podcast.
Yeah. His moves are on.
At least we'd never leave the fucking heater on.
And finally, number 4, he is the guardian of the church.
Any church.
That was just a lesser role, really.
You've got all these main ones, but your main one every day, you look after the church. He's like, okay. And then he's like pumping iron, trying to get himself big.
I've got to take on the devil, man.
And Gabriel's like, no,
I can help if you. No. Dad said no.
All Gabriel's doing is going, I see who dies in the next episode. That's as good as it gets. Will they get a Netflix? Don't know. Can't get that far ahead. Wait. No. The human race will be destroyed continuously.
Ah, fuck this, I'm tuning into Fox.
Go to hell! Paradise!
So that brings me on to the third person,
Oh, the good one.
which was, if you can call him a person. So it is Lucifer.
He's got ooze.
Not when he started, mate.
Do you reckon, like, when you reach the holy grail of death, and you've got the Grim Reaper and Michael there, and whether they say, like, it's time, like, to weigh you up, right, and you're like, fuck, like, you know, it's like going into an exam, you're like, oh, great, I'm gonna fail. Straight away, you're like, I'm failing. And they weigh up your whole life from, like, the age of 1 up until you reach, like, I'll probably live to, like, 50, but they'll weigh up to 50.
They'll probably bring me back to life, man. Feel sorry for them.
Yeah, they'll get 1 to 50, and then they'll look at me and go, just didn't cut it, did you? I'll be like, no, didn't. I'll be like, we're going to give you a lizard tongue, some boggly eyes, a tail, and you're going to hell. I'll be like, fucking awesome. Walk around like, I'll be like, Yoshi. Yoshi. I'll be like, oh. That's such a good noise. You should do that when I try and grab something. That's such a good acting. I can't even fucking do that. No, it's we're back. So I think when you go to hell, you become like a fucking weird animal.
So technically, the definition of going to hell is becoming your worst nightmare.
No, it ain't. It hasn't. It's like it said paradise.
No, you're ejected from paradise.
Which
So
is
you're
hell.
basically given the boot out of heaven. Do you want to take the escalator? Or should we just push you off the cloud? Push me!
I'll jump.
Fuck it, I don't.
Yeah, I'll jump. At this rate, I ain't got much to lose.
You're already dead anyway. What's it going to happen?
Bring me back as a chair.
No.
And the next thing you know, I'm being picked up in IKEA and put under a table. I'll be like, what a fucking life this is. I see everyone else walking around with their fancy technology and I'm like, all I can do is creep.
lost the bolts.
Can't even find it even if I found it. Couldn't even move. I want this one.
So yeah, our third person is Lucifer, which could also be called the devil, which could also be called Satan, which could also be called Moloch, king of demons,
I like that name.
and the prince of darkness.
Moloch. Sounds like a
Moloch.
fish.
Moloch.
It sounds like a fish.
No, that's Pollock.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It does sound like a fish. Oh, what have you got? Moloch, cheese and potatoes.
So many Christians believe that the devil was once a beautiful angel named Lucifer,
That's the one person I don't know.
who defied God and fell from grace.
I would like to say, if I ever met Lucifer, that's the only person I'd ever look at.
Aww, little beautiful angel.
I'll look at him and be like, Daddy. And all the women that like fuck crucifixes and down with the devil are like, he's my daddy. I'll be like, girlfriend, he's my daddy. Look how
He's sitting in the throne like, oh no, I've been everywhere.
like, Dad, let's clash horns. We're both horny together. Do you feel weird, Daddy?
Yeah, you're going back up.
Yeah. They wouldn't have me down
You're
there.
going to be the only one that is ejected from hell.
God, where am I going now? Chair, IKEA.
Your worst nightmare.
Probably get woodworm and everything.
You're wiggling, but I can't do anything.
Oh my god! This is where the poltergeist came from. It ain't poltergeist at all.
No, it's just the ones that have
It's
been
the ones that have been ejected
from
from hell and been turned into tables, chairs, and cutlery.
They're like, no, fuck you.
I'll tell you what, if you had to come back as an object, right, and I said it's got to be something out of the cutlery form, what would you pick?
I know exactly what you want me to say. I'm not bloody saying it.
Well, I would be a spoon.
Dirty bastard.
I would be a spoon.
It's most used.
And let alone that, I could always have a giggle when someone says, "Do you want a spoon?" I'm like,
You're right.
Mate, I could be used as a catapult. I have a use other than going in people's mouths. Well, that's different. Wow. Trying to get his PG, mate. I literally came up with the catapult idea. And having a giggle every time someone said, "Do you want a spoon?" And I'd be like, "Oh, they want the cuddle." And I'd just shuffle in the drawer like, I'd be like, they're using me.
I'll be a knife.
That's good, because
Fuck out of here.
we don't cross paths. At what point do you sit there at a dinner table and go,
I
spoon?
can't have a knife with my spoon.
It's just you and the fork have got something going on that I ain't happy about. I just come in the set, just a little one.
You got your own dinner service all set out for you. It could be a soup spoon.
Great.
A sugar spoon.
Great, on something people slurp on.
Yeah.
Great.
You're gonna be that annoying person in the restaurant.
every time they slurp, I'm like, yeah.
Either that, or after a while you'll be like, oh, that's so annoying.
Imagine if the spoon part of it was like my head, and they were just like, and I was like, like sucking back at you. Like, for fuck's sake. Like, crack on with your devil.
What, like you would with an egg?
Great. I'm here to batter eggs and be slurped. Like I said, it has one plus. At least I'm going in their mouth. Both genders. Great. I've never seen a man slurp.
So this assumption that he is a fallen angel is often based on the book of
Spoons.
Isaac in the Bible,
I used to know a kid called Isaac. I didn't trust him
which
at all.
says, this is a little parody, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?
Is this how we conjure him up?
How art thou cut down to the ground, which didn't weaken the nations?"
Amen.
No, I'm feeling warm, I don't know about you.
I was getting that anyway. I like that being slurped from. I've killed this already, haven't I? How did we manage to turn angels and demons to sexual slurping from a spoon? You might want to add a This is it. We moved from angels and demons to now I'm a spoon being slurped on. And you're a chair. Something so innocent has come from. It ain't even come yet. There's something so innocent.
Later.
Yes, I understand. Yes, Daddy. Oh, that's gonna be. That is it. Angels and demons in brackets. Yes, Daddy.
Yes, Daddy.
Yes, Daddy. People believe this shit.
Yeah, I did when we started.
They don't know how. They don't know how they love the history part. Go on, sir.
So that pulls me on to the second bit, the demons part.
This is a bit I'm down with.
No, I thought you were down with the devil, mate. You can't be the demon. You can't be the lesser of the hierarchy. If you're down with the devil, mate, you're a prince. You're up there.
Look,
I'm down with the demons, bruv.
at any minute,
I'm leading it.
I would say, at any minute my life can end. I'd like a good choice.
Prince of Darkness.
Prince of Darkness or a demon.
Orange.
A spoon. I'll give myself that option. I'll go with the spoon. Although you are quite exciting because you're a knife and you could be used in crimes.
Exactly.
Then
Well, you can. Really?
Have you heard anyone kill anyone with a fucking spoon?
Yeah.
Who?
In a film.
What was it? The Cutlery Murders?
It wasn't cut and dry.
I bet it was called Spooning, wasn't it?
Oh, the dark side of spooning.
Sounds like something you see on porn. The dark side of spooning. He's killed an egg. He slapped the poor egg's brains out. Oh, it's Easter soon.
What's he dipping it in?
Cream egg. Thought about it.
We'll have to do some Easter bunny shit.
No, we just got to see how many cream eggs we can eat in an hour. That's no con with it. Guaranteed.
Well, yeah, because you won't come.
You're like a Yoshi. You don't see me choke on an egg. I've got the spoon.
Right.
I said I'd fuck this up. Go on.
Demons.
How do I summon one?
So, a demon is a supernatural being that usually signifies evil. Formally announced in most religions, cultisms, mythology,
And goats.
films, books, and folklore. It derives from the Greek word daimon, D-A-I-M-O-N.
Madden.
The word daimon in Greek means spirit or divine power.
I've got both of them.
The Greek idea of daemon notably appears in the works of Plato,
They must have known
where
you were
it
this shit accent.
where it describes where it describes the divine inspiration of Socrates dancing around on stage in his fucking tights. Awesome.
I did that as Peter Pan.
Very manly.
I did that as Peter Pan. No shame in that. It's not looking good for me, is it? Dancing around.
Yeah, but not being funny, like, you were young. Socrates was not when he was dancing around in fucking tights. He was 50.
I reckon at 50 I can pull off some drag.
Pull off something, mate.
No, but they're bothered.
No.
I ain't pulling that at 50.
Yeah, but that's like, mate, I've had a long life, mate.
Is that how hard sound, is it?
Would do.
Is that what you think?
Fucking Ozzy Osbourne.
When I reach 50, I'm gonna be like, oh, I just gotta do this.
Yep.
Yeah, well.
I'm gonna me like, I've had 3 hip replacements.
I ain't even got it.
I know, wheelchair.
Ah, that's it, mock the disabled people now.
No, I'm just mocking the elderly. How'd you get that tongue? Fetch it for me.
You fall out. Halfway through talking to get me pension, my tongue will fall out of my eye and fucking drop. He's having a stroke at 50. There goes me bomb. That's it, they fell.
Oh shit.
Get on with your demon.
So, in Abrahamic religions, including ancient and medieval Christianity,
You remind me of a weather reporter.
demonology, the study of demons.
I mean,
A demon is considered a harmful spirit or entity which may cause demonic possession.
come at me, demon.
Calling for an exorcism. In Western occultism and Renaissance magic church is form of Greco-Roman.
I'm calling on the demon and he ain't claiming it.
A demon is believed to be a spiritual entity that may be conjured and controlled. Demons are still largely feared. Largely due to the power to possess living creatures, perhaps largely to the works of Aleister Crowley.
I've got a book on Aleister Crowley. I love that man. I've got his symbol behind my ear roll.
I know.
Little hint. Little hint for things to come. I'll be sat in the field invoking demons. Come at me, sir.
And going, that was the next bit. You're ruining it.
Thou shalt not. Oh, bollocks it is. I'm going home, I'm getting wet.
Thou shalt instoosed.
I can speak in parcel tongue, I've seen Harry Potter. He's trying to attract my wand.
Oh crap.
Illuminatum or whatever the fuck it is, it just blows up in like a big ball.
It depends what you're trying to blow up, really. That was weird.
Why's it coming to me? Oh my god. Yeah. Sit up. What was it? Oh shit. I didn't mean it, demon.
The sky's falling.
We're a 2-for-1 deal. You take me, you take him.
But get in first.
As long as I got company.
So, in ancient...
You're not worried about that? Fuck was that?
It's only a bit of fluff.
That bit of fluff will probably turn into this little gremlin thing and attack me.
Only if you feed it.
I could get you spoon. You're gonna laugh at that when you watch that back because my little face is like a fucking Christmas tree.
So, in ancient Egyptology, demons can be divided into 2 groups, guardians and wanderers.
I told you I was a guardian.
Guardians are tied to one place or one person.
Me.
To haunt and even stop dead from reaching the halls of Osiris. Their aggressive behaviour has been put down to protecting their homes or haunts to a savage end, and even nightmarish situation.
I'll take a protector. I need
Well,
protector.
because they kill you as well. That doesn't really.
At the moment, mate, I'm worried about people falling off the fucking ceiling. Swear to God, if I hear, I'm gone. Fucking lights go out everywhere.
Stop playing with the light switch. There's no one there.
I'm scared.
Shane?
One day I'm going to vanish. You watch. You're going to be talking on here. Your audience is going to be... Fucking just going to be a bit of smoke or a bit of fluff. That's it. That's what I turn into, isn't it? A bit of fluff.
A bit of fluff.
So, you died and went to hell? What did you turn into?
Stupid bit of fluff.
A bit of fluff. Don't breathe near me. I'll go that way.
Oh, left the window.
I dread gale force winds. It's a bit of fluff you find on your toes and roll up in the ball. Great, I'm like a boat.
So, on the other hand, the Wanderers are associated with possession, mental illness, death, and plagues. Many of them serve as executioners for the gods, such as Ra or Osiris, when ordered to punish humans on Earth or the netherworld.
Did you just say that I would suffer plagues, death, and what was the other thing?
No.
Illness.
So the Wanderers are associated with possession, mental illness, death, and plagues.
I didn't pick a wanderer, did I?
No.
Oh, fuck.
So,
got enough mental health problems.
many of them serve as executioners from the gods, such as Ra or Osiris, when ordered to punish humans on Earth or the other demons in the netherworld. They can also be basically known as agents of chaos, arising from the world beyond existence and creation, and bringing about the misfortune and suffering without any divine instruction, led only by evil. So basically, right, if you think of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse,
Lovely chaps, met them once.
this is
Or
based
maybe I just met the 4 horses. In a field.
in a field, no one around,
Just
it was a bit weird.
I was
Pestilence was pissing behind a tree. Plague was coughing everywhere, I don't know why.
I was just being the spoon.
Greed wanted all of it, and gluttony couldn't.
Handle it. He has too fucking much. Perfectly timed. Good one.
That was perfectly
That
done.
was good, wasn't it?
And unrehearsed.
Fucking point.
Don't shit.
Sick of this. Sick of this. I ain't got sick of this. I said I'm sick of this. Fucking my mouth keeps watering.
dear.
Fucking mouth's watering. I'm like.
So some names of demons.
If I was to say that, I'd be like, sounds
Sounds
like fucking sausages of demons.
Lilith,
She's a beautiful lady.
Lamashtu,
Sounds like something you put on the window cleaner.
Pazuzu,
Found that downstairs.
or Sulpa.
Sounds like something you see like in an Arabic restaurant.
It also sounds like for those Trekkies that may watch this, it's Sulpa, look it up. Anyway. Fingers with pointy ears.
Pixies?
Pixies.
Who said things with pointed ears? Elves. Oh, but dwarves.
They haven't got no. They haven't, no, I'm not even. No.
No? I'm not going there, no. Imagine spooning a dwarf.
And people used to bring forth these demons of war, famine, and strife with magic.
Something's just fallen. Me resurrecting tank, I'm telling you, you talking about this Christian shit, God's gonna sit on my table. I'm telling you, fuck off.
I ain't got no room.
Bring a chair.
He's got to bring his own chair and his own research because he's not using mine.
I'd look at him and be like, bring a chair, bitch.
Let's play a bit of poker for my soul.
I'll play Yu-Gi-Oh with him, I'll kick the shit out of him.
Devil turns up and goes, I'm playing a card, right? Shut up! Who asked you?
How do you know how to play God? Don't have no fury like mine.
I know what you've drawn. What? Penis.
It's actually a flip book of your death.
And so, they can only be brought forth by magic, basically. The magic scriptures were placed inside a binder, and this book is called a grimoire.
Are we going to get this book?
We are going to get this book.
Would you allow me to summon a demon on the podcast?
You can give it a go.
Do I get a choice of what demon, or have I got to be picky?
Well, you can read through the book and see whatever you get. So this grimoire, basically, it gives names and abilities of different demons and details on how to conjure them.
And I'm going to conjure one on the podcast, right?
Mm-hmm. You can learn to conjure and control.
I can't even control my fucking urine, let alone a fucking demon.
Which the most heard of is the Lesser Key of Solomon.
Okay.
So that's just that's just a chapter of the book.
Right.
So it's to bring forth lesser demons.
Okay.
So you've got lesser demons, higher demons, then you've got like the arch.
So basically you're fucking saying I can only bring forth a fucking pixie.
So so technically you could only bring forth from the lesser book of Solomon, you can only bring forth a lesser demon.
Okay.
But within this book is obviously the whole lot.
You'd actually sit here while I summon a demon.
If you can get all the stuff together, mate. I'm not gonna be funny, but I had a look at one of these conjuring things.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is the bones of a raven that was killed on a full moon.
A bit picky, isn't it? Fucking hell, I could probably kill off a bird, but not on a fucking full moon. What else? There's got to be a white one. I've got to get a unicorn horn.
No. The teeth of a rabbit.
Easily done.
And the blood. And there was something else. I can't remember what it was.
Do you reckon we could get away with performing like a demon?
We can't do blood rituals.
What, on YouTube? We're not allowed.
That's physically impossible. After this, you type in blood rituals on YouTube and you see what comes up.
Not allowed.
Nothing.
But we'll be the first.
It could be the first. It could be banned, but we never know. We should see.
What would happen, right, if I conjured up this demon and it looked at yeah.
Ah, come on, say it!
It looked at me and went, I choose you. And it picked you instead and you got like carrying around in a pokeball. I'd be like,
It's just...
I'm like, see?
So I didn't know what that was.
Bit fluff.
But no, that's mainly...
Are you actually going to get this book? Are we going to summon the demon?
We are going to get the grimoire, and we are going to look through the grimoire
and see if I can get a demon out. Makes me tingle.
What now? Oh, bollocks.
I'm just excited to see.
Just making sure.
I'm just excited.
You smell sulphur.
I smell rotten. I'm just excited to the fact that we can get the demon out. Oh, what's this?
Nothing.
Oh.
And that was basically the end of what I could get to.
Of angels and demons.
Yeah.
So
without going the pure, like as you said, religious route.
Which would bore them.
Which would bore. It bored me when I was reading through it, mate. Like, there's only so many. Hunts will thou not bullshit. Play a bit of 2K20 wrestling. And crack back on with the research, but
this is your angels. I thought we were going to go straight into demons and crack out a demon. No, we got to wait.
We will wait.
But we will get a demon. So do you actually believe in demons?
I do.
Do you believe in angels?
Yeah. Because you can't really believe in one without a fucking other.
That's why I looked at you strange. Why do you believe in angels and demons?
It's personal.
No, I mean, if you've got a valid point...
It's valid to me.
How? You seen one?
Well, no, but I just don't want to think of myself having to pay penance for some bullshit that my family has done in the past.
Well, something really weird happened to me once.
Go right ahead.
It did. So when I used to go to a spiritualist church, right, there was one kid in there. I'm trying to remember his name as we go.
Was his name Alistair? Was it Alistair Crowley?
Nah,
Is that why you got a personalised book? He signed it.
Alistair Crowley was a man who believed in a lot of weird shit and probably took a lot of fucking drugs to help him believe in this weird shit. His whole book should not be read by anyone. I own his book. I have read his book. But it does say destroy after reading. It's like you have to because of what's inside it. I was like,
and the knowledge that you may not pass on to someone else.
Yeah. So if you pay for the book, you get the knowledge. Yeah. Much like any other book, really. But no, going back to a spiritualist church, like there was this one kid there, and I swear, like he must have been obsessed with like dark horror and everything else. More obsessed than me.
Oh, okay.
Right. But
were you just in the toilet
mate,
looking in the mirror?
He used red candles. He wanted to summon shit. He ripped things on a piece of paper and burnt out the can. He did some weird shit.
Okay.
Right? Just to see if these fucking demons.
So he touched on spiritualism and ritualism.
And went a bit differently.
Which
yeah?
we will.
I ain't touching nothing. I'll get arrested.
No, but I will do. If you want to read the grimoire.
What, out loud?
Yeah.
I have enough trouble fucking reading fucking normal words.
No, but if you want to summon the lesser demon, and in that kind of grimoire aspect,
you know what? I won't.
Then I will do something as well.
Right, you're going to do the burning of the candles and the paper and rip it up and see if we can get something out of it. Then we'll get fucking banned off.
And not a magic trick. Because there's loads of magic tricks where they rip up the paper 5 times, put it down, swap it over 3 times, and it's back together again.
Or they'll put it in the fire and it all of a sudden goes.
And then, yeah.
Right, okay.
And then it flies itself back out, and you grab it and go, it's number 3, yay! That sounded like little Nicky then.
Yeah, that's what the devil in it. Didn't he have horns? Didn't Nicky have horns that you had to hide with a hat?
No.
What was the demon below when he wore bronze?
Yeah.
Got it.
No, because he pissed off the devil, and the devil turned him because he called him a tithead.
And that's exactly why I've come back to Earth. Get off me tits.
Sorry.
But no, anyway, as I said, this kid like dabbled in everything. Like I can do a scrying mirror, like a black mirror, and I can allegedly see shit, right? But he dabbled in a lot of weird shit, right? And I remember we left the spiritualist church, and he wanted to show me and like a couple of other people what he'd done. Mate, he freaked everyone out. He literally sat on the floor, cross-legged, did paper, candles, and all this other weird shit. Like pulled out things out of his pocket, was doing lines and herbs and fucking you get the idea, right? But as he was doing it, mate, we had no wind, and then all of a sudden it was like when he'd finished, and I was like, oh no. I was like, what have you done? But we had no wind that night. It was like a chilled out evening, but as soon as he finished, this fucking gust of wind came, blew everything over, and he just looked at me like out of his eyes, and we never saw him again. He weren't there the following week.
No.
But we were all like, why's the wind picked up?
He's in a padded cell, mate.
It was kind of weird. Because he had all these candles up and everything, and then the wind just knocked it all over, literally. It felt like someone just knocked it out of the way. But it did get very cold while we were standing there. And then that wind came in. But
it's in already. Look.
But it ruined, But it ruined. My blood's boiling. I'm getting hot blood syndrome. I'm gonna be possessed. But yeah, like it literally blew everything over that he was doing, and he just looked at me like, "What?"
No, by all means, man. I'm open to anything. We can do like the grimoire. We can do minor ones. It'd be fun.
I reckon I'm gonna get possessed. I reckon I'm gonna get possessed. You're like, yep. I'm gonna be sat there with you with your eyes flickering, your tongue hanging out. I'll be like,
you're like, fuck off.
what would you do if all of a sudden I just turned this way?
Probably hit you.
Probably.
But then that'll be on the channel, so more views.
But now I'm looking and be like, I think. Hit me again. Please. I'm gonna keep smacking you, mate. I like mouth. Keep your fucking tongue to your fucking. Get me a tongue. Oh my god. What is this? Fucking tongue that stretches for miles. I feel like one of them punch balls. You grab the tongue. It wouldn't work, mate. It wouldn't work. So you've touched on angels, a little portion of the devil, and some demons, which is like,
which will tease us into what we've got planned coming up.
What have we got planned coming up?
We've got Grimoire.
Yeah.
We've got more.
Come on, sir. Don't forget to talk about Bigfoot.
No, so we've got the Grimoire.
Right.
That we'll do a whole segment on that. About the Grimoire once I get it.
And we'll conjure a demon.
And
why are we doing this in the room?
Hmm?
Like, why are we conjuring a demon in the room? Why don't we go outside and do it?
We can. We can take the portion out the back.
Why is it out the back? Why is it?
Why are you so scared?
I'm just kind of thinking if something does happen, I've got to live with it. Bad enough, I'll live with other things, let alone this.
We could do it on mine, but all you'll have in the background is Granda going, get your fucking nose down.
I can dance around the table.
You could do, but you'll knock everything over.
I dance on the table. Can you imagine?
All they see is your hooves.
You know too much. You know too much, I can see my hoof. My little sheepy foot.
Good boys.
We're not goat boys. Oh, but we're not goat boys. The G.O.A.T Cult.
We are the G.O.A.T Cult.